Okay, week 4, guys. We are back and we are about to play one of our newcomers in the league, Jactus. We are both 2-1 here. Jactus doing really good. If you look at his roster, I actually really love his roster, man. Especially with sticky webs laid up by Vikavolt. You have so many good Pokemon that love being under webs, man. A lot of heavy hitters. I will explain what I'm predicting him to bring in a moment, but yeah, I fully expect sticky webs to come and possibly lead this battle. So, his team is a little bit slower, nothing too crazy on the speed side, but he could have hit incredibly hard and is pretty damn bulky. I'm looking at his Pokemon right now, and most of his Pokemon have a speed stat of over 80, over 90 actually. So bringing Final Gambit is not going to work here. We're going to leave that concept on the bench. I've actually so far this has been the most I've practiced for a match this season. We're both 2-1. He actually earned his battles. Last week there was no week 3 episode because of Gengar guy. My friend Matt Neal. I explained earlier that he had a family emergency, so yeah, he just left the group chat. He didn't really say anything, so I'm gonna assume he dropped out. So for now, I'm gonna consider that a win for my week 3. But if he wants to challenge me later on, I will be happy to challenge him later. So, anyways, we're both 2-1, and Jactus has a really nice roster. I fully expect Mega Gyarados to come. Porygon-Z scares the shit out of me. It's a really strong Pokemon, base speed 90. I believe 130 or 135 special attack. I'm really scared of Porygon-Z. I fully expect Vikavolt to come and possibly lead and try to get sticky webs up turn 1. The Pokemon that scares me the most here, though, I didn't respect it till now, and yeah, I'm very curious why it doesn't get drafted that often. But Breloom, I think Breloom's really good, man. Spore. I mean, I believe Breloom has a base speed of 70, which isn't bad for a Spore Pokemon. So, yeah, base 70 Spore. You have Mach Punch, so very strong priority move that is boosted by the Technician ability. You have stuff like Substitute and Sword Dance. It's very scary stuff, man. Bullet Seed, so you can get through my own subs. I'm really terrified of Breloom, so I'd be surprised for it not to come. The last 2 Pokemon, I believe one of his Steel types could come. I predict, and I have practiced against both Excadrill and his Duraludon. So I expect one of those 2 Pokemon to come. If it's not Excadrill, I think Duraludon comes here. Steel types look pretty damn good against me, seeing how I have, let me see here. Don't I have 3 fairies? I do have 3 fairies. Mawile, Primarina, and Aromatisse, so. And then the last Pokemon is a toss-up, but looking at his matches he's done so far this season, I expect Cradily to come. It's a Pokemon I'm not very experienced with or against, but he's been using it pretty damn well so far, so I expect it to come. Rock and Grass type, I believe, so. Anyways, what I'm bringing here, guys, I'm definitely bringing a Choice Specs Primarina with Aqua Jet, just in case. What has messed me up in practice, you know what, I'm gonna hold that thought to myself because I don't want him watching this. I don't want him watching this episode, and yeah. But there's some version of Breloom that really messes me up, so we'll leave it at that. But we're bringing Choice Specs Primarina, a Sub Calm Mind Raikou. A lot of these Pokemon I'm bringing for the first time, mind you. I'm bringing Raikou, Passimian, and Mega Pidgeot for the first time, so yeah, Sub Calm Mind Raikou kind of goes in here. Assault Vest Passimian, which allows me to, as long as he's not anything crazy, we should be able to 1v1 the Porygon-Z. So, we have Passimian here, which looks pretty damn good. And then we have Aromatisse. A Trick Room Aromatisse with safety goggles. Once again, I'll keep saying it, I'm terrified of Breloom, so we have safety goggles. Breloom outspeeds all my Pokemon besides, I think, Primarina and Aromatisse, so anything slower than Breloom better be able to overcome Spore, whether it be safety goggles or Lumberry. So my Aromatisse has safety goggles. I'm going to feel like a fool if he doesn't bring Breloom, because I'll be wasting my item slot, but yeah, I don't want my Trick Room setter being put to sleep, you know. And last but not least, wait, we have a Choice Scarf Hydreigon. Yet again, I keep bringing Choice Scarf Hydreigon on Trick Room teams, but that just means we have to bring Hydreigon in early games, so, in my opinion. And last but not least, Mega Pidgeot. Mainly here, I don't think Mega Mawile looks good this week at all. He has a lot of Pokemon that could take out Mega Mawile. I fully expect him. He has a lot of Pokemon that like being behind a sub, so yeah, I don't think Mawile makes much sense for me this week. Mega Pidgeot is mainly here for just chip damage. It's a pretty fast and powerful Pokemon. It doesn't miss Hurricane, so that means we could wipe out Breloom and Buzzwole. And yeah. To be honest, I went through most of this week. In practice, I left both my Megas on the bench. I was very, very close to not bringing a Mega this week. That would be the first time ever in Draft League I bench my Megas, but I was very close to doing it. But yeah, I'm just terrified of both Buzzwole and Breloom. So yeah, this introduction is a little longer than I want it to be, but this is going to be a tough match, man. This guy, he has a little background story. He has won the PWC before, although it was the beginners division. But yeah, he's won a Draft League, so he knows what he's doing. He's a pretty good battler, and he has an excellent team, man. I'm a big fan of this team, and I fully expect this guy to make the playoffs here this season. So that is it, guys. Let's hope for the best. It's going to be a toughie. This is not going to be easy whatsoever. So yeah, time to get corrupted. Let's go. Okay, week 4, Jactus, here we go. Porygon-Z is here. Mega Gyarados is here. Cradily's here. I figured for a Steel type, he should bring a Steel type. I actually expected Excadrill, but he brought Duraludon instead. I fully expected, and I was terrified of a Breloom coming, and he brought Buzzwole instead. So I'm kind of relieved to see that going on. And he brought Spiritomb, so yeah, he's throwing some curveballs at me. I didn't expect half of this team, so we'll see how this turned out. But anyways, I feel the past 2 games, the 2 battles I've shown this season, I was overthinking things. I didn't play as good as I could have, and I just wanted to be more direct and not overthink things. Just do instant offense, you know, be hyper aggressive, and that's what I go for. I actually lead Choice Specs Primarina here, so here's turn 1. Here's Primarina, and he leads Duraludon. So I value my Primarina very, very much this game. I need fairy types for Gyarados, and Primarina was a key component here for stuff like his fighting types. He has a dark type of Mega Gyarados. He has Spiritomb, so I wanted to keep my Specs Fairy option alive. We switch out because I'm pretty sure Duraludon gets Thunderbolt, so I didn't want to get zapped by that. So we switch out, and instead of going for T-Bolt, he actually lays up Stealth Rock. So I drop a Draco, and we wipe out a big threat here. So he comes in with Cradily. Let me check here. I don't think I have Earth Power, and I did have Earth Power for Typhlosion, but he is Grass type, so it does neutral damage, I believe. And he sets up a sub on me, so I come in. Once again, I want to go hyper offense. I don't want to overthink things. I just want to come in, do very, very, very obvious plays. So we come in with Passimian here, and we just plan to hit this thing with close combat. He sets up a sub, so he's going for sub leftovers Leech Seed shenanigans. Or no, he actually goes for Curse. So he gets a +1 in attack and defense. We go close combat, and we get a critical hit, which I believe, if it wasn't a crit, he actually lives the close combat. I want to say, because I was not banded. I was not banded. I was not Life Orb or anything. So he comes in, Porygon-Z comes in, and he gets a +1 in special attack thanks to the download ability. So yeah, I'm pretty damn scared. We don't know what item this thing's carrying. Hydreigon naturally will outspeed it, I want to say. So what happens here? Yeah, you know what? What did happen there? Because I was Choice Scarf. I was Choice Scarf Hydreigon, so I expected to outspeed there. But the thing is, my Hydreigon was not max speed. It had a 196 speed EV, so I may have fucked up. I may have not accounted for a Scarf Porygon-Z, is what I think. Yeah, I'm missing speed EVs on my Hydreigon, so that proves to be costly. One of my main things for this Porygon-Z was hitting with a fighting type move, whether that be close combat from Passimian or Aura Sphere from Raikou. So I want the Porygon-Z gone. I respect that thing too much. It's a nightmare. It's one of the scariest mons on this roster for me. So I go Aura Sphere for Raikou, very obvious move. So he dodges it by going into Spiritomb, which is a ghost type. Spiritomb is some Pokemon I don't see too often in draft or battles, and I don't know what it does. And at the time, I didn't know it has Infiltrator as ability. So as you can see, my Raikou goes for sub, and he clicks Toxic. And at the point, I'm like, what the frick is going on, man? But then that's when I realized it has Infiltrator. So yeah, Raikou, was supposed to be a heavy hitter for me this matchup, is getting Toxic and hit through sub. So I go into a Fairy type, Aromatisse, which is also one of my Gyarados answers, and we start just clicking Moonblast over and over and over. I don't care what comes in at this point. We click Moonblast, and now he Megas. He goes for Waterfall, but we survive. And I go for Trick Room for whatever reason. I believe my thinking was, okay, if Mega Gyarados at +2, I believe it was at +2, right? Dragon Dance. No, he actually went +1 and it almost wipes me out. What I was thinking is I didn't want Gyarados going +2 because it would sweep my whole team. So I figure, okay, go Trick Room. That way, this +2 Gyarados doesn't outspeed my whole team, right? So that's why I clicked Trick Room there, for the record. At the time, at that specific turn, it seemed like a good idea, right? So anyways, Trick Room happens. We wipe out Mega Gyarados, which is a plus. Here comes Spiritomb. We get a Moonblast off. We almost knock out Spiritomb. He knocks me out instead. So, and then I go Primarina. Check this out. Because it's under Trick Room, the Spiritomb goes out first. I did not think of this as a possibility. But he goes Destiny Bond. He goes Destiny Bond. Top tier play right there, man. Pretty obvious. Once again, I'm not used to playing with or against Spiritomb. And my Trick Room ends up backfiring. It ends up helping Jactus out instead of helping me out. So this Buzzwole comes in and wipes out my Passimian, which I kind of need. So I go make a Pidgeot just to get rid of the threat on the field, the threat right in front of me. I try to set up a sub expecting him to switch out, but he stays in. He knows what he's doing. I wipe him out with a Hurricane, and here comes Porygon-Z. Here comes Porygon-Z, and if we're Choice Scarf, we're just fucked. We lose the match. So make a Pidgeot. Yeah, if he Scarf, we lose the match. Because Raikou and Mega Pidgeot should naturally outspeed this thing. And he goes first with a +1 Ice Beam. So that's game. That's the game, and that's how we end up losing this match. So, man, it was a heartbreaker. You guys let me know what went wrong here in the comments. I know Acrobat has already seen this battle, and he will tell you Trick Room was my downfall. I ended up helping Jactus out by doing Trick Room, which, yeah, you could call it a panic move. I just panicked when I saw Gyarados starting to do Dragon Dance. I didn't want Gyarados going +2, but it ended up backfiring because I needed Primarina for this match. And he was able to debond. He was able to click Destiny Bond and get rid of my Primarina. And then Buzzwole ended up going first in front of my Passimian. I was going to click Aerial Ace. Even though that doesn't OHKO Buzzwole, we would have got that thing on low HP. So yeah, Trick Room ended up backfiring. So I'm going to take a moment and yeah, I want to see how Porygon-Z outsped. We'll actually do it right now. Damage calc. Hydreigon. We had a Choice Scarf Hydreigon, and let's bring up Porygon-Z Choice Scarf. Yeah, you know what? I'm very confused. I'm confused as to, as you could see my, let's see if I can minimize this. +1, Hydreigon is 463 in speed, and a max speed Scarf Porygon-Z is well, you can't even see that. 459. So I'm very confused what happened there. So, yeah, I don't think that Porygon-Z should outsped me, but it did for whatever reason. That's my week 4 battle. So, man, you know what? I felt that was the closest to a good win I've had, you know. I practiced the most for this match, and I thought I had a solid idea. So, very unfortunate, very heartbreaking. This loss did sting the most. So, anyways, let's leave it behind and look forward to week 5. We face yet another newcomer. This is our boy, actually one of Rory's friends. I played against this guy. I got to know him in the RDL. Cool homie, Christian Perez. I believe his name's Perez by God. So, whatever. I'm not going to ask questions. But anyways, guys, I will see you on the next one, week 5 against Perez. I'll see you there. Okay, after reviewing the replay, yeah, the Scarf Porygon-Z did not outspeed my Scarf Hydreigon. I forgot what turn it was, but I switched into Porygon-Z's Ice Beam. That's what happened. So, yeah, there's no tricky outspeeds. I just happened to misplay, so that misplay, that ended up being very costly. I could have used that Scarf Hydreigon later on, so it is what it is. I'll see you guys on week 4.